Welcome back to the podcast. I'm going to start this podcast out very, very hot. Did you know that there is a cream cheese shortage? And I think that I have the answer why that is happening.
Is that real that there's a cream cheese? Is there an actual shortage?
Apparently there is, and apparently cream cheese companies, I don't know what companies, were paying people not to make cheesecakes over the holiday season. They were paying whoever didn't buy cheese or cream cheese, they would pay them $20 if they sent them proof, or I don't know how it worked, but they said $20 if you don't buy any cream cheese.
So you have a solution to this?
And I don't have a solution at all, but I have the source of the problem. And the source of the problem is small business bagel shops. The one thing, it's like an unspoken rule at these bagel shops. Around the corner from your house, any bagel shop by you, they lather bagels, whether it's toasted or not toasted, with cream cheese. They just take a pound per bagel, and it bothers me because I have to take half of it off, and I feel like I'm wasting the cream cheese, and that's the source of the cream cheese shortage problem.
So I'll say I believe you, right? But I do have a solution to this.
Hear it.
It's very clever. It's why, well, it's more of a question. Why are you getting cream cheese on your bagels when butter is the superior?
That's wrong.
That's not wrong. I'm pretty sure
That's wrong.
I think people are maniacs if they put cream cheese on their bagels. I don't understand.
I think you're a maniac. You're a maniac if you put butter on a toasted bagel, especially.
Oh, it's better on the toasted bagel because the butter melts.
Turns into oil. It's an oil bagel.
Well, it's even better. It's just nice soiled up. It's like king crab legs. You eat them, you dip it in melted butter. That's basically what you're doing, but it's for your bagel.
I don't like a soggy bagel. I like a toasted bagel with a nice thick cream cheese. Not too thick because I don't want to cause a shortage, but a nice, decently sized amount of cream cheese.
I think you just revealed that you're the problem for the shortage. You're asking for extra cream cheese on all your bagels. You must.
I might be the problem. All right, we'll agree to disagree there.
Fair.
But yeah, that was something bothering me for a long, long time, and I had to bring it up.
Well, there's also a shortage in, I think, buffalo wings, just like chicken wings in general. Chicken fingers, all chicken, I think. And it's unbelievable because you go to a restaurant and you got to pay $15, $20 for 12 wings now, when it used to be, just whoever walked in there could have bought wings. That's how cheap they were.
Well, that's all I eat. So Brian might be going extinct.
You might be terminated within the next few months.
All right, the next topic we got some big names coming back. Obviously, we talked about Kyrie Irving last week. He's still not back, but I think he's coming back this week. Another big name, he's coming back Sunday, January 9th. Klay Thompson is back in the NBA. Steph and Klay, the Splash Brothers, are back, baby.
That's so tough to say. Splash Brothers are back.
Yeah.
And they're obviously going to be the favorites to win the NBA championship. Do you agree with me?
I think I agree. I mean, there's a lot of good. The thing I like about the NBA right now is that there's a lot of good teams. It's not just one team that's outshining the rest. But I do think that they probably deserve that front runner spot.
I mean, they're already up there in the top 3 probably to win. I don't know the Vegas odds off the top of my head. So if they're top 3 right now and they get Klay Thompson back and say he shoots like 36% from 3 and he's somebody that can score 10 more a game, but hit a clutch shot whenever, hit free throws towards the end of the game. I mean, I can't see them not being the favorite, especially since Klay Thompson, a lot of people underrate him on this aspect. His defense, he's a great defender. He's going to make that team even better. And on paper, you look at the Warriors team, and I don't feel like they're that good. But for some reason, they play really well together, and they're very good at moving the ball, playing defense, and obviously Steph Curry is Steph Curry. So Klay Thompson comes back, even if he's 70% of what he was. I think they have to be the favorite to win the title.
I agree. I think that they're a crazy roster that's put together, and it's really no big names besides Steph. And Draymond isn't even that much of an impact anymore. I mean, he's a great defender. He's not putting up crazy stats, so it's not like they have those big names like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. But it works. And I mean, there's a bunch of other teams. You look at the Eastern Conference right now. You see the Bulls. Demar Derozan, the most clutch player in the NBA right now, hitting 2 back-to-back game winners. They are. I think that they're running a high right now, and I think that it doesn't get much better than where they're standing right now.
Yeah, I mean, going into the season, I didn't think the Bulls are going to be that good. I thought they're going to be overrated, and of course, they're in first place. That's the way my predictions work. But yeah, I mean, DeMar DeRozan, you saw the first game winner that he hit, just jumping off like the one leg. It looked like an awkward three, and then the other one, I think he hit from the corner. I mean, just unbelievable, clutch. I mean, great highlights to be able to watch back. But at the end of the year,
he also has outstanding stats right now in the fourth quarter. Did you know DeMar DeRozan is shooting in the last, I forget how many games it is, but it's like of the last 56 shots he's taken in the fourth quarter, he's 100% from three and shooting 88% from the field in the fourth quarter.
I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, he was so good back in the day in the playoff runs with the Raptors with Kyle Lowry. I remember he was stone cold. I mean, he had a bunch of clutch shots, but they just couldn't get over that hump to be able to win a championship. But I mean, yes, and he kind of went away for a few years, and now he's come back, and he's stronger and better than ever. I feel it's unbelievable to watch. It's fun.
And he's fifth. I believe he's fifth on the standings right now. He's averaging like 26 something points per game. It's like KD, Steph, and like two other guys that are only ahead of him on that list, which is nuts. You never think of DeMar DeRozan being on that MVP candidate list, but there he is. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of you.
Is there anyone in the NBA right now that you would taking a final shot in a game over DeMar DeRozan?
Right now?
Right now.
I mean,
Steph Curry. Would you rather Steph or DeMar?
He's shooting 100% from three in the past like 56 shot or 88% from the field in the past 56 shots he's taken in the fourth quarter. I think that's really, really tough not to pick DeMar DeRozan in that situation.
So I'm hearing DeMar over Steph. KD or DeMar?
Kevin Durant. I have a soft spot for Kevin Durant. I love KD. I'm a Nets fan, so I'm biased. I have to take KD.
What about Giannis?
Is it a three?
No, just you need a bucket to win.
You need 2 points.
2 points at least. 2 points to tie, 3 to win.
I might take Giannis because I feel like he could just drive to the hole and get fouled or
he's such a freak. He's unstoppable. But I don't know, DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, 88% from field. All right, let's move over to the football side of things. This past weekend was to say the least, a weird NFL Sunday. There was 3 main events that I want to talk about here. One, Antonio Brown left the game and just decided to Uber home. And then he stayed in New York, went to a Nets game, apparently, or who knows what he did.
Savage.
FedEx Field, the Washington football team's stadium, collapsed on Jalen Hurts, and the fans took pictures with him. That was wild. And the third and final thing, there was a few other things, but these are the 3 highlights. OBJ was just punching butts on the field. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw it live. I realized it live, and I said, Matt, my roommate, I was like, I think I just saw OBJ punch that guy. And then we watched the replay because it was on Twitter or whatever. I don't even think they showed it really on TV. And yeah, he just punched him right in the behind.
Just punching butts.
Punching butts. I mean, hey, if it's working out for them and they're winning games, who cares, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
What was he trying to do, though?
I think he was going for the ball. I think he was going because it was an interception, right? It was an interception, and the guy got up and he went to go punch the ball out, and I guess he just punched him in the butt. Which, whatever works.
OBJ, butt puncher.
But it's also just crazy. This is how 2022 starts as a football NFL Sunday. Antonio Brown is no longer a Buck. The FedEx Field collapsed on Jalen Hurts, and OBJ punched another man's butt on the football field.
So the second thing, the FedEx Field collapsing, can the football team do anything right? I just feel like that whole franchise, like the stadium's collapsing, the ownership sucks. It's like just across the board are not having a good season. And, they were good for a few years and they won the division, I think the last few years, but kind of downhill from here.
No, yeah.
They can't even decide on their team name. I think I saw not the Crusaders. I thought they're
announcing on February 2nd.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, so it's between like a bunch of team names, like the Red Tails, the Armada, the Generals, there's like 5, the Washington football team. There's like 5 or 6 different names, and who knows what it's going to be. I kind of like the Red Tails because that's pretty cool. It's like a timeless classic with the fighter jets in World War II, I believe. That's
I like Red Tails. I also like what you say second, the Armada.
The Armada, Washington Armada.
I don't like the full name of it, but I kind of like the word Armada. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like the Washington Red Tails. I feel like, especially since it used to be the Redskins, you still have the red in there.
Red Hogs.
The Red Hogs. That wouldn't be a bad one either. They wanted the Warrior, not the Warriors, the Wolves, but they weren't allowed to get the Wolves or Red Wolves because of like trademark issues. So I think that's why they announced that they're going to announce it on February 2nd, which is
well, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to talk about that on the podcast when that happens.
I have a question for you.
Let's hear it.
When the New Orleans Hornets changed to the Pelicans, how did you feel initially versus how you feel now?
Well, initially I hated the name.
I did too. I feel like that's any team.
I think the Hornets is a fantastic name, and rightfully so, because they brought it back, and now it's Buzz City, which is dope. They have like awesome uniforms. They have an awesome slogan, Buzz City. I think that's awesome. I still don't really like the Pelicans name. I would not want to be a Pelican when there's other teams out there, names like the Hornets and the Mavericks and the Warriors. I would just feel like
I got myself confused. The Bobcats became the Pelicans, right? I don't know why that confused me.
The Bobcats are pretty cool, and we have the logo up here, or right here.
It's a nice Bobcats hat for the rest of the podcast.
Charlotte Bobcats, baby.
But no, yeah, I feel like with any team, it's like you get the name at first, and there's no name that's going to be good until it's cemented in a franchise for multiple years. Like the Pelicans, like at least I respect them as the Pelicans now. Like, and I like their actually colors and uniforms. I think it's not the worst. But like a team like the Red Tails, it's going to take so long to get used to. Once it's there for a while, I think it sits well.
We're going to start a petition. # bring back the Bobcats.
Okay, deal.
Look at that logo. That's intimidating.
That's so great.
I got a question for you.
All right.
Interesting question. If you could combine 2 games into one game, what would you combine? It can be a sports game. It can be a board game. It can be whatever. But I think that I have an answer. I'll answer first and let you think while I'm answering.
I'm going to have to think about this one.
This is just like straight from the gut. I didn't do much research on this at all. Not that you have to do research on this. But I would do soccer and basketball. I think that's an easy one. Football, or I guess you can't name it football. Sockball. And it's basically just a combination where you use a hoop that's maybe a little lower, maybe like 7.5 feet, 8 feet, and you just kick the ball around, use everything but your hands.
We played a game in high school that was called like Mega Ball, or like it was like handball on, I forget what it was called. Matt would know. And it was soccer. You could have played soccer. You could have picked the ball up, get 3 steps carrying it, and then you could also score in the basketball hoop or in the soccer net behind the basketball hoop. I forgot the name of it.
I remember something like that. I forget what it's called too, but that was a good one.
Speedball. No?
I think it was called Speedball, actually.
My team won the championship, not to go back to the high school days, but we did win the championship because we had some pretty good members on the team.
Well, I think that we can agree that they have to bring back one sport, and that sport being slam ball.
Oh yeah. That's the one with the trampoline basketball, right?
Yeah, it's trampoline basketball where they can lay people out just mid-game.
Yeah,
in the air.
mid-jump. They could just tackle them. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. That's the one sport I would bring back. But combining sports, I think there's a lot of options. Maybe we'll like propose a question on the Instagram and say what would you do if you had the option to do this?
I like to see the responses. I'm trying to think of what I would do. I jumped to like board games. I thought like, what could you do? But I don't think that's a good realm. Or like video games, I guess sports, something like golf and basketball. I don't know what the rules would be, but those are 2 things that I'm decently good at. So combine those 2. After you make a shot, you got to make a putt. I don't know. You get extra points.
Your 2 favorite things combined.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe football and golf. It's like you could like at any point put a golf ball on the ground and kick a field goal by hitting the golf ball through the post.
Soccer and golf is already combined. That's a pretty cool sport. That's a pretty cool combination.
Foot golf's great. Foot golf's great. I played it once.
All right, so we'll post an Instagram graphic or post on our IG and let the people decide that one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What was the hypothetical that you wanted to bring up?
Okay, so I got a hypothetical. And I just got to look it up real quick. So let me stall. Okay, so this was a debate that happened in our apartment the other day. And my roommate, Matt, third time mentioning Matt on the podcast. Shout out, Matt. Matt was trying to say one way, and I was disagreeing and saying another way. You have a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
What part of the pizza is the top of the pizza, and what part's the bottom of the pizza?
I don't see the debate here.
So there's the crust and then like the tip.
Oh.
I'm saying the bottom of the pizza is the tip of the pizza, even though that's what you eat first. There's people out there, there's a pretty passionate community that thinks the bottom of the pizza is the crust. I said, when you're holding it and you're eating it, it's like, I can't make a triangle right now because I'm holding the microphone. But the bottom of it is what you eat first, and then you make your way to the top. But people disagree, and they say when you're looking at it like flat in a circle, the top of the pizza would be the crust, which I guess I kind of get, but I kind of wish you disagreed with me.
I think I agree with you because when you're cutting a pizza, you're cutting into it, and the outside would be the top. I don't know if there's any logic behind it, but that's just what my gut.
Well, I guess if you're thinking of the pizza as a pie as a whole, then the tip of the pizza would theoretically be the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
And then the crust would be the outside. So where's the top and bottom? Is it the sides of the pizza? Does it depend on which way you're holding it?
I think that the top of the pizza is the cheese and the bottom of the pizza is the crust underneath. And then those are all the sides.
Oh,
that's what I think.
That's fair. Did I have this question right? Did I say it right? It's yeah. Okay. Well, I think you're correct. I don't know why I didn't think about it that way. I'm going to go out there after. I'm going to haggle them. I'm going to say, hey, actually the top of the pizza is the cheese and the bottom of the pizza is the crust.
Because it's a solid. So it has to have sides.
Yeah. It's like a prism, a triangular prism.
Exactly.
Wow. All right. Well, that was yeah. Now you're very good at thinking off the top of your head on that, like that.
I love it.
That's very good. Very good. I have another question for you.
Let's hear it.
Last one. And this is like, there's certain people who do this and they don't, and it just says a lot about you, the type of person you are.
I'm ready.
We talked about it maybe briefly before, but group chats. Do you have it? Do you have a strategy? Do you have it mapped out? Do you pin group chats? Do you leave everything? What's the proper? I could show you. Yeah, I'll show you mine quick.
I don't pin anything.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, so you could see all mine are pinned at the top there.
You're
and these
crazy.
That's not crazy. I feel like that's the opposite of crazy.
I think that you're probably right, and I'm probably crazy, but that's just crazy organized.
Well, yeah, I have like my golf chat. I have
priorities.
What'd you say?
Is there pin priorities? Like, is one pin to the top and one pin to the bottom of the pins?
No, I'm not that crazy. But like if I replace a group chat, it's got to replace with a similar meaning and purpose. So like if like there's a friend group that we're talking to, hanging out with, like I can't put a golf group chat in the spot that the friend group chat's in. The golf group never. How could I? The golf group chat needs to stay on the right side in the middle. And it's just what I become used to. Like my work chat, top right. My friend chats.
I think that you're just proving my point that you're the crazy one here, and I think that most people will agree.
I'm not crazy. If you don't pin,
if you have to say you're not crazy, most likely you're crazy.
If you don't pin your group chats, my God, what are you doing with your life? Well, here's my thing is that I like to keep it organized in the sense that, those are the things that you could access the most. Why am I the crazy one if Apple came out and released it? If the feature's there, then why don't you use it?
I don't know. Apple does a lot of things. They also change the charger every single time they release a phone. So I'd say that's pretty selfish of them, huh?
It is selfish. That doesn't mean they're crazy.
Crazy.
I don't know. But yeah, so I actually need to do some reorganizing of my group chats because there's one that's dead. I need to figure out what to replace it with. Because what's crazy is if there's a 3x3 like grid and you only have 8 things filled out. That would be nuts.
Yeah, that is that's like sociopath level.
Like it's either you need 3 chats, 6 chats, or 9 chats. You can't be in between.
Okay, we'll agree with that.
Fair.
All right. That's all I got for you. That's another podcast in the book, Zach.
Another podcast in the books, another quickie. Keep it short. Love to see it.
Short and sweet to the point. Guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right now, we're almost at 3K subscribers. Let's get that number to 10K. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're going to get there.
I'm shooting end of January. I'd say it's very possible.
10K?
10K end of January. You heard it here.
You heard it here first. Zach's throwing out numbers. He doesn't usually do that.
I didn't do it on the last podcast. He asked me. I was like, whatever, we get it. No, I'm confident. I'm saying end of January.
All right. Run it up. Makeshift to the moon. Another podcast in the books.
That's a wrap.